Hello, my name's Will. I've been looking online for information on how to do the descale process for the Caffe Corso coffee machine, and I couldn't really find it. It took me a long while. I did eventually find the PDF, which is what I'm going to run through today in this instructional video. It's the Delonghi Caffe Corso coffee machine. You turn it on and you've got this red light flashing here saying you need to run the descale process. It's a very good idea to run this process. If you were to just pretend, press this button for 5 seconds and run the cycle with just hot water, plain water in the tank, it's only going to compound your problem and it's going to continue building up scale inside the coffee machine. So it's a very good idea to run the process with the proper descale acids, which is what I'm going to show you today. It's not only going to prolong the life of your machine, but it's also going to give you better tasting coffee. Okay, so before you get started, it's a good idea to get a few bits and pieces together so you're not hunting for stuff. You need a bowl that's going to contain over 1.5 litres of water, an old tea towel, just in case we're dealing with acid, it might get ruined, so something you don't mind throwing away. A pair of scissors to open the decork, and the decork, I did a Google search, found this one on Amazon. It comes in a pack of 2 100ml bottles, and we've got a rag for cleaning out after we've run the decork process, and a pair of gloves because we're dealing with the acid. You want to be a little bit safe, a little bit careful. If it gets on your hands, it can be damage them a little bit. So without further ado, I'll put the gloves on and we'll get started. Okay, got the gloves on. So it's time to run the descale process now. So what we need to do, first off, take your water tank out and empty any liquids that may remain in there. Okay. Make sure that's standing nice and safely. We're going to take the decork, cut the cap off very carefully. Obviously you don't want to get it in your eyes or anything, it's acid, so very, very carefully here. And then very gently pour the acid into the container. Being very careful not to make any spills or anything. We'll leave the packet in the sink and we'll rinse all that off later to make sure there's no acid left in. And then we fill the tank with cold water up to the max mark. So it's got a whole 1.5 litres of water in there. Okay, there we go. So now being very careful because we've got acid in there, put the lid on the top and we put that in the coffee machine very carefully. There we go. Good idea to put your cloth out now, pull out the espresso making sprout, and then we press this button for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That indicates the process is now running. All 3 lights are flashing along the top here. We now move the espresso machine arm over to the open. And it will now run the decork process. This can take up to 30 minutes, so we'll leave it doing that now and we'll come back in 30 minutes time. Welcome back. Okay, it's run through the cycle. One thing I did notice while it was running through the cycle is as soon as you press the button for 5 seconds, it will put the hot water through here for 5 to 10 seconds and then it stops and it sits there quietly. There's no lights flashing, you've got a solid light here, and while it's just letting the descale be attacked by the acid basically, and it does that probably 5 or 6 times during the 30 minutes. Okay, so once it's finished, you've got the 2 lights flashing intermittently, the 3 lights flashing intermittently here. You see the empty water light button is on, and this has now gone steady. Okay, so we've got hot acid water in the bowl, so be very careful here. We want to tip it, but not obviously enough to split it out. And then make sure you tip it gently down the drain so it's not going to splash in your face. Okay, now what I would do now is just give this bowl a rinse out. That's what you've got this rag for, just to give this a proper rinse out. Make sure all the acid's out of that. Excellent. That's that done. Now we take out the hot water, water tank. Okay, it's still got a little bit of acid water in here, so you've got to be very careful with this. Again, empty that down your sink and rinse this through as well. Okay, once it's thoroughly rinsed through, we want to fill the tank up, again up to the max mark. That's it. And then we put the water tank back in here now with the fresh pure water, and we turn this to the off position. We get the bowl, put the cappuccino maker out, put the bowl under it, and then turn this back again. Now it's going to run through the cycle again. Okay, so we'll just leave that now, and then we'll come back once it's finished the cycle. Okay, excellent. When it runs through that cycle, it only takes probably about 2 or 3 minutes to empty the water. It doesn't heat it or anything, it just cycles it through the system. Just to rinse it out. Once it's finished, you turn this knob to the off position and the machine will then just shut itself down. Okay, so basically just one last time, get rid of your water, and I will just get a damp cloth, just wipe everything over, fill up your water tank. I'll probably just empty it and then just give it a quick rinse one last time just to make sure there's nothing left in there. Fill it up. Excellent, so there we go, we've turned it back on, lights are now steady and the descale light has gone out. So we're all ready now to make our perfect cup of joe. Lovely. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Please leave me a like if you enjoyed this instructional video. Thank you.